Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. It's the 13th of January 2026, I think. Going to pull you guys a general tarot read, see what you've got going on. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If the message fits, your intuition will let you know, or you'll know straight off. If it doesn't, don't force it to fit, it's not your message. So what have we got for the Sagittarius collective today? Messages for Sagittarius. All right. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Pentacles in the upright, the High Priestess in reverse, the Hierophant in the upright, and the Three of Swords in reverse. So, Sagittarius, something that you're feeling a little bit confused, in the dark about, or refusing to face, or denying something, avoiding something. Wondering when something's going to become stable. Wanting to learn more, needing to learn more about something, looking for some spiritual guidance or some answers within, thinking about something, trying to clarify something, seek the truth in something. Something here is a little out of balance, one-sided, not quite as it should be, perhaps. Trying to listen to your intuition about something, or getting the answers that you need but refusing to accept them. Six of Pentacles in reverse energy. Why is it here for Sagittarius? The Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So working on something, working towards something. Investing your time, efforts and energy into something. With a long-term goal perhaps, a focus. But you're not quite sure how it's going to go maybe. At the moment it feels like you're maybe putting in all the effort, all the work, and you're not seeing much progress on something. Could be to do with your job, your career, your finances, your money, your business perhaps. There's a lot of cards that keep flipping over here, but as they keep doing it quite a lot, I'm not going to take them. I'm just going to take it that the energy is a little bit up and down. That's what I'm picking up. A little bit, something isn't quite, I don't know. Let's keep clarifying and find out. Page of Pentacles. Why is it here for Sagittarius? The Tower. Aha. So some sort of shocking sudden change. Perhaps to do with finances, money and business. Perhaps you're, I don't know, you've lost opportunity or lost some money or something's not gone quite right. But in a general sense, the Tower is some sort of sudden chaos, upheaval, sudden change, a revelation, some sort of, perhaps you found out something here that's caused a Tower moment with the High Priestess and the Tower. And it's so shocking that perhaps you can't accept it or can't believe it, I'm getting. As well with that Three of Swords in reverse. Why is the Hierophant here for Sagittarius in reverse energy? Sorry. Why is the High Priestess here for Sagittarius in reverse energy? The Emperor. So, someone or something has changed. Someone has made some sort of decision, perhaps, put their foot down, created or felt like they were creating order, making a decision with authority, with assertiveness. And perhaps you're wondering how this decision has been made, or why this decision has been made. The Hierophant. Why is it here for Sagittarius? The Hermit. Needing some time away to think, or looking, I'm getting more looking for the answers. You're a little bit baffled here as to why something has happened. You're looking for answers, you're a bit confused, not knowing why, and you're looking within, looking for spiritual guidance within yourself, or perhaps to your deity or your God or whoever it is, or whatever it is that you pray for or look for spiritual guidance from. But you're really looking for some insight here in a very kind of clouded situation, perhaps. The truth of the matter, looking for clarity and truth. And yeah, Three of Swords. Why is it here for Sagittarius in reverse energy? The Ace of Wands. So that's a new beginning. Perhaps a tower moment led to a new beginning, but you don't know enough about it yet in order to go forwards towards it. Just sitting with them a moment. So some sort of new powerful, passionate, kind of inspired, creative beginning. The spark of something, an idea of something, perhaps to do with your work. You not happy in the job that you're in, or your career, or your business, and you've got some sort of idea on how to be more abundant, get more get more money, or develop your business, your work, your career somehow, and you're just wondering how to go about it, or you know how you're going to make it happen and you're working on it. You're developing your skills and your craft. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Sagittarius? The Sun. Feeling happy, positive, optimistic, joyful. Also, I'm getting an innocent kind of energy here. Not going to say naive, but innocent. Kind of, you have this desire for something and you're feeling quite optimistic about it. So, again, perhaps that's to do with business. I keep getting business, work and finances. So someone's here is on the verge of doing something very exciting, or working towards something very exciting that could pay off, perhaps. The Tower. Why is the Tower here for Sagittarius? The Ten of Cups. So, there's that positive, happy, blissful kind of, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands. That is, the world is your oyster. I'm happy, I'm content, I'm, feeling wonderful about something. But the Ten of Cups has come out for a clarifier on the Tower. So there's been a Tower moment that has made you happy. It's been some sort of change for the better, perhaps. Some sort of point of sudden change, but for the better. You're feeling good about it. Perhaps you've come through it, whatever the Tower moment was, and you're feeling good again. You're feeling like yourself again. Yeah, you're moving forward, perhaps. Stuff happens, things fall down, time to rebuild. The Emperor. And that might be your energy, Sagittarius. Fire energy, and the Ace of Wands might be your... So yeah, you could be all fired up about something here. Tell me why the Emperor's here for Sagittarius. Two of Pentacles. Multitasking. Balancing, creating balance, creating harmony, getting something back on an even keel. Getting something back on an even keel after some sort of Tower moment. Why is the Hermit here for Sagittarius? The King of Pentacles in reverse. Something's not something's not solid or stable here, but you're really applying yourself to something here, really investing in something, really focused on something, because it's going to bring you this kind of Ten of Cups energy, this sun energy. You're working towards it, focusing on it, making decisions on it, or just trying to balance it out, trying to make it happen in whichever way possible, perhaps. And I'm getting there, or there's a potential for a Tower moment, and you're doing your damnedest not to let that happen. Ace of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. So slow, steady, grounded, kind of stable energy, patient, you know, hard working towards it, chipping away at it, kind of sticking with it, taking your time, not making any silly decisions, not making any impulsive decisions, thinking of the long term, looking at the long term. And perhaps this is to do with family and, you know, creating some sort of stable future or for the family, or creating more kind of abundance, more money, more just that kind of thing. Why is the Sun here for Sagittarius? Judgment. So again, coming to some sort of spiritual awakening, some sort of aha moment. Possibly judging a situation, or figuring a situation out, or making judgment on something, deciding something. Possibly an important decision here. Taking accountability for something, or taking responsibility for something. Working towards something. Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here for Sagittarius? There's the Six of Pentacles in the upright. So this is fairness. So something in the Six of Pentacles in reverse energy, that's kind of greed, unfairness, lack of equal give and take. Sometimes a breadcrumbing sort of energy, but in the upright, this is fairness, balance. Everyone's doing their fair share. Everyone's giving equally, working equally, investing equally, on the same page. So perhaps there has been a Tower moment, you know, and perhaps a decision has been made that everyone has to pull their weight on something, or, you know, in order to create this happy, harmonious outcome, feeling, result. Everyone has to kind of be on the same page and working towards the same common goal. Two of Pentacles. Why is it here for Sagittarius? The Hierophant again. So that's could be to do with marriage for some of you. Marriage, home, family, you know, stabilizing something, building on something, just creating balance. And as well, I'm still getting that for someone here, they're in the dark about something, and they're really trying to find some guidance, some wisdom, some soul searching here about something. But yeah, the Hierophant, the Ten of Cups, and all this Pentacle energy, this could be to do with marriage and family, and, you know, making sure everything is harmonious, stable, secure, and abundant. King of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. So this, like I said, could be to do with a connection, a relationship, a marriage, a family, situation that's had a bit of a tower moment and kind of separated somewhat, or there was some sort of, you know, separation, disharmony that's needing to be resolved or brought back together. The Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, planting seeds and the beginnings of something, and you've kind of put some effort in and you're kind of waiting for some, you know, some give back here, the fruits of your labor, being patient. And as well with the Knight of Pentacles, being very patient, really just slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race is what they say. Waiting for something, being slow, being steady, being patient, looking at the long term, thinking of the long term. I mean, this could also be to do with some sort of reconciliation, a connection, a relationship, a marriage sort of that's in a bit of a rough patch, and it's, you know, hoping that it can all come back together. And you're kind of sort of waiting this out, thinking of the long term. Or wondering when something's going to, something possibly has been a little bit one-sided here, and you're kind of waiting for it to balance out, waiting for it to give back to you in some way. Judgment in reverse. Judgment, why is it here for Sagittarius? Why is Judgment here for Sagittarius? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, holding on to the stability of the situation, but kind of looking ahead and thinking, is this gonna become more, or is something going to be built on here? Is this going to turn into more of a long-term kind of solid thing or an abundant thing? Trying to perhaps come to a decision, weighing things up. If you're kind of not getting the effort back that you're putting in, you're maybe wondering, am I going to get a success here and an equal kind of give and take dynamic? Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords. So moving out of some sort of rough, choppy waters, well, moving out of a tower moment perhaps and into calmer waters. Trying to resolve any sort of residue from that tower moment. The Hierophant, why is it here? Twice for Sagittarius. The High Priestess in the upright. I'm getting that someone's not quite sure how things are going to turn out here. Or someone's trying to follow their intuition, or they're not listening to their intuition. Or they're needing to kind of find some inner wisdom, inner guidance, and really go within to try and resolve something here in this situation. Two of Cups in reverse. Why is it here for Sagittarius? Seven of Cups. Yeah. Decisions, options. Maybe a lot of things happening, or a lot of different feelings regarding this situation. And trying to kind of clarify within yourself if something is achievable here. Is it fantasy? Is it reality? Is it, you know, is this too much to ask? Am I aiming too high? Am I asking for too much here? Not kind of knowing which way to go or which option to take, or kind of head in the clouds, perhaps many ideas, and your imagination's possibly running away with you a little bit of all the possibilities, all the outcomes that kind of could happen, and really trying to come through that clouded thinking to listen to your intuition, listen to yourself, and listen to, or just going inside to try and find some clarity here. Seven of Pentacles, the Sun in reverse, bit up and down. Like I said, up in the air at the beginning of the reading, up in the air. Everything's kind of a little bit up in the air, and emotions might be a little bit up in the air. The stability of it all might just be a little bit up in the air. You're kind of feeling joyful about it one minute, then the next minute you're kind of feeling a bit down and dark about it. And there's that Three of Swords in reverse looking at me from earlier, and it's needing to see the truth here in something, but possibly, and with that Seven of Cups energy, possibly seeing the truth of the matter, but you're refusing to see it. You're kind of looking away. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, something that is very emotionally fulfilling. Your Ten of Cups, your Nine of Cups. This is something that makes you very happy, or once made you very happy before the Tower hit, or before this Two of Cups kind of separation. Six of Swords, Page of Swords, waiting for more information, or you've received some sort of information, communication, perhaps good news, that this might kind of resolve itself and sort itself out. Looking for the truth, looking for an answer, a decision, judgment, looking, yeah, okay. So this kind of up in the air, something makes you, but it makes you happy, or it did, but, and you're not quite sure how it's going, and you're feeling a bit up and down, and you're kind of a bit confused, and you don't know, you're just hanging on by a thread. I just got, for some reason, hanging in the balance. High Priestess, why is she here twice for Sagittarius? Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in the upright is a card of ultimate betrayal. Very, Ten Swords in the back kind of betrayal, stabbed in the back. But that's in the upright, but in the reverse, it's kind of hope, healing, kind of moving on, from healing yourself after some sort of heavy betrayal, or feeling betrayed by something. That's kind of taking the swords out your back and starting to heal the wounds. False hope, I just got. Is it wishful thinking? Is it false hope? There's some sort of hope here, but is it false hope? Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands. So this could be your energy, Sagittarius. Feeling confident that this situation will all turn out good in the end. Confident that there is light at the end of the tunnel here. There is, you know, some sort of determination, confidence. Are you overly confident? Is there some overly... I'm not sure. There's a very confused, kind of somewhat deceptive energy around it. There's a lot of things here. It's almost kind of painting an ideal picture, but then I'm just not sure. The Sun, the Empress in reverse energy. So there's a lack of growth here. There's a lack of forward movement, or perhaps you're kind of putting too much okay, false hope. You're kind of depending on something here, and you're focused on it, really focused on it, and you're kind of forgetting yourself here. Sort of thinking all about this situation that's going on, and you're kind of possibly forgetting about yourself. I just want to move these into their suits for a minute. Before I sort of come towards the end of the reading, I just want to put them in their suits, cups, swords, and majors. And I just want to see if I can get any final messages before I tell you what I'm going to do as well. I'm quite curious about this reading. I want to take one from the top. Okay. of each deck here, which I do from time to time. 2 of Wands, Death, 3 of Wands in reverse energy, 5 of Pentacles in reverse energy. Some sort of ending, and as well with the Tower. Endings, beginnings, change, transformation, end of a cycle. 3 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Wands. Is something going forward or is it going backwards? What's obstacles, delays, kind of what's... And there's that 5 of Pentacles, recovery, a turning point, a rebuild, positive changes. In order to, right, let me put these into their suits, one moment. All right, so I'm getting the feeling here, after looking at these in their suits, someone's holding on for something here, or depending on something, really putting their hopes into something, and they're kind of not sure how this is going to go. Someone is coming to some sort of judgment within themselves, choosing themselves, choosing their happiness, their adventures, their stability, and not kind of depending too heavily on some sort of unstable decision here, because they've depended on something here, and it's kind of, I'm going to say, been a little bit up in the air. And someone's just, I'm getting the message, been left hanging, but has chosen to be patient with it, waited on it, been patient, looked at the long term, and you know, things that are worth, what do they say? Things that are worth waiting for take time, or something like that. But this has been a little bit up and down. I think this is something, you know, long term, perhaps to do with a marriage, long term connection, an up and down situation that's been sort of going on for a while. And it's still very much up in the air, delays, kind of. There's the Ace of Wands there, so there was this spark of a desire for some sort of new exciting beginning, with a sort of plan going forward, looking into the future, but there was delays here. There was something sort of stuck. And then there's the Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands, I mean, she's the regal royal level of the fire energy. She's confident, she's determined, she don't kind of depend on no one, she doesn't need to depend on anyone. She's good on her own. She's the Queen of Wands. Like, need I say more on that one? Then you've got the King of Pentacles here, and he's kind of in reverse energy here. I'm getting someone that's kind of in false hope here, or has been told, you know, something is going to come good. 10 of Cups and the Sun, but they're kind of, someone said they're going to do something, but they haven't done it. Yeah, Ace of Wands, you know, this new beginning, this 10 of Cups, this happy ever after, but they haven't actually been pulling their weight in order to make it happen. And Judgment is your last major arcana card here. This is coming to some sort of moment, making judgment on a situation, making judgment on yourself, in the sense of, hang on a minute, I kind of don't have to, I've been waiting around and I've kind of put effort into something, and it's kind of fallen through, or it's been going round and round in circles for ages, and actually I've forgotten about myself, and I've kind of become somewhat waiting on this, dependent on this, and actually I need to kind of put myself back in the front line here, and choose myself, because something is obviously that delayed that it's still up in the air, and I kind of need to think of myself here, and come back to a good, you know, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups, Judgment, aligning with yourself, getting back to yourself, putting yourself first for once, and kind of living your life and going forward in life without waiting for anyone to give you a 10 of Cups feeling, or a Queen of Wands feeling, or the Sun. or the King of Pentacles in the upright. This is about being solid, stable, and completely emotionally fulfilled with yourself, for yourself, without needing anyone else to do that for you. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this helped. Good luck. Best wishes. See you next time. Bye-bye.